Today's lesson will be on noun-adjective agreement. You can find the note sheet that I am using in your red unit packet for Unit 1, Lesson 2. Please make sure that you are following along and that you are taking good notes so that when you get to class, we can use our time together effectively. So to begin, a little review of adjectives, as adjectives are words that describe nouns. Okay, so like the blue house, the brown dog, okay? In English, the adjective almost always comes before the noun. In Spanish, it is the opposite. So in Spanish, the adjective usually comes after the noun. So if you look below, we have an example. Los estudiantes serios. Serios is describing estudiantes, so it comes after the noun that it is describing. Now you will also notice that serios looks a little different than it does on your vocab sheet. On your vocab sheet, it might say serio, seria. In Spanish, adjectives need to match the nouns that they describe in both gender and in number. So gender means either two things. Gender is either masculine or feminine. All nouns are either masculine or feminine. So I know this sounds a little bit strange. This does not mean that a book is a male. It just means that the word in Spanish is masculine. Now, nouns also have a number, which is a little bit more familiar of a concept. The number of a noun is either singular or plural. So, if we take a look here, our singular adjectives, okay, we're going to have singular masculine words and singular feminine words. So as we learned from our articles flip, all nouns have an article, so el chico. So we know that el chico is a masculine word. Now we need to make our adjective agree with the gender and the number of our noun el chico. So our adjective here is going to end in O, singular, so that everything agrees. We'll do the same for the feminine singular adjective and noun. La chica alta, la and chica are both singular and feminine, so we need to make our adjective singular and feminine as well. Now, if you take a look on our plural side, if our single boy went to multiple boys, los chicos, el becomes los, chico becomes chicos, and then alto needs to become altos so that all things agree. Los chicos altos. The same happens for the plural and feminine. If la chica, if there was one girl and it turned into multiple girls, we would need to make everything plural. Las chicas, and then we need to make our adjective agree. Las chicas altas. So in a sentence, your nouns and your adjectives should always agree with one another. So there are a few that are a little bit different. So the ones up top, alto and alta, those you simply add a letter to make it plural. So adjectives that end in E don't have a gender. They can match both. So like alto, you'll change it to an A to make it match la chica. Something like inteligente, it will not change because it does not end in an O or an A. So inteligente can be used to describe something masculine, el chico, or something feminine, la chica. Many adjectives that end in a consonant also match both genders. So an adjective such as joven, we can use joven to describe something masculine like amigo or something feminine like amiga. So there are also a couple that are irregular. Some adjectives that end in the letter R, they add a to make it a feminine word. So for example, the word trabajador is our masculine. When we want to make it feminine, it needs to become trabajadora. So we added this S here. And then just a little review, the same as with our nouns. If you want to make an adjective plural, you simply add s if it ends in a vowel. So alto to altos. You're going to add an es if it ends in a consonant. So for example, if you want to make trabajador into a plural word, it would become the word trabajadores. I want you to do a little bit of practice, and I want you to write a couple sentences for me in Spanish. The first sentence I want you to write is the woman is organized. The second sentence is the man is tall. Now remember, when you are describing somebody, you are going to use the verb ser to say is. Okay, so don't forget the conjugations of the verb ser that we learned in Unit 1, Lesson 1.